Definitely been a lot of challenges this year, between the two sports. I've been pretty lucky. I've had some awesome support, some great coaches and mentors, and my family's always right behind me, which is awesome. But yeah, I've seen a couple of friends wanting to play the two sports, and one coach has kind of told them you have to choose between the two, and then you go to the other sport and they say you have to choose between the two, which is, I think it's a little bit unfair at the moment, just with the way, in the previous years definitely just how women's sport is, and there's not, the competition's a lot smaller than a full-time season. So I mean, if you can play the two sports, I just think it's only benefiting your skills and your time playing on the field, regardless of what footy it is. It's definitely getting better with women's sport being taken more seriously, and the resources and the funding that's been put into it. So it's something we can hope for in the future, that if we have to play one sport, and that's because we're semi or nearly full-time professional athletes, that's awesome. But I just don't think it's really fair to be able to choose one. If they're just amateur sports and they're at different times of the year. If people grow up playing both sports, they should be able to excel in both. There's no reason they should have to choose, especially at a young age, and it really just opens more opportunities for girls and boys coming through the ranks, to be able to play both sports and get to know more people and be coached by more people as well. So there's so many benefits to playing both the sports, and I hope that more people will be able to, and girls and boys. So yeah, it's really exciting. I always knew it was coming, that I wasn't able to play past 12. I think when I was 10, I played up. My dad was coaching my brother's team in the under 12s, and he gave me he's like, all right, Millie, we're short on numbers. We're going to need you to play in the under 12s. And I was like, yes, this is my shot. I get to play another game. I think I had 2 runs and got absolutely pumped, and I thought, maybe this isn't for me. These boys are really big, and I think that kind of gave me a little bit of, okay, your time's maybe nearly up. These boys are getting, 12-year-old boys. They're not that big, but I wasn't that big either at that time. So I think that kind of gave me, the realisation that I couldn't really play past that, which was pretty sad. But I still played sport, and I was still involved in the sport, and my family was still, there. So it was it was definitely disappointing, but I guess I knew it had to come to an end at, the end of primary school, that is. But yeah, to see the opportunities now, and to see that girls can play in these comps all the way through, it is something that I would have absolutely dreamed for, and I'm so glad that they get the opportunity to do that. At 10 years old, I never could have really imagined that this competition would be available for girls and for women, that they can play from 5 years old until they're 35 years old or beyond. It's really cool to see the opportunities that have now opened up. When I was 10, I was playing with the Cobargo Eels juniors team with the boys. I think most of them were boys. I think there was one other girl. And I had to stop playing when I was 12, which is pretty sad. My brother got to keep playing, and my friends got to keep playing, and I think I played any other sport but rugby league, but from those years that went on, because I just wanted to keep playing sport. Never really thought it would be possible to be able to play in the NRL with the NRLW competition, and I'm very lucky that I've been able to pick the sport back up, and with thanks to rugby, I picked up rugby when I was around 16 years old, so it was nice. I didn't have too much of a break off it, but I've really enjoyed playing both sports and then transitioning into league just this year.